So New York City frontrunner Zohran Mamdani will have to defend his policies on the debate stage for the first time tonight, alongside fellow candidates Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa. This comes after the Democratic Socialist told Martha MacCallum he will raise taxes on the rich to pay for his social programs.
I believe these are the most straightforward ways that we can actually fund universal childcare, making buses fast and free. And I've said that the two clear ways to do so, raising personal income taxes on the top 1% by 2%, and raising the corporate tax to match that of New Jersey's corporate tax of 11.5%. If you're making $1 million in New York City, or more than that, you can afford to pay 2% more.
I guess we can. Now let's bring in Fox business anchor David Asman. David, what do you think?
Well, first of all, he talks about, oh, it's all the rich that's going to pay for it. Right. One of the things that's going to happen with the free bus plan, it's going to cost the MTA. The MTA is the transportation agency in New York City. It's going to cost them an extra $600 million a year. How do you pay for that? You raise taxes in the taxi. Every time you get into a taxi in New York, you immediately get like a $5 tax. That's going to go up. What does that mean? That means that taxi drivers are going to be paying for it because they get less tips.
You mean the ones who went on a hunger strike for?
Exactly. The ones that he has such heart for. By the way, that smile of his, I interviewed Fidel Castro a couple of times back in the day. He's long gone, but he was the sort of godfather of capitalism in the Americas. He had that same kind of sweet smile. It hides intent so well. He only answered one question, really. I mean, Martha tried, she tried. He only answered one question. He got every time he avoided a question, he did it with a smile. Don't buy into that smile.
He wants to make it. He wants to make New York City affordable by taxing the successful. First off, you've been doing a series on socialism.
I have the first two, and you were kind enough to have me on the previous 2 weeks. We're on socialism's failures abroad. We bring it back home now with this one, and we start by talking about. It used to be both parties were against socialism. Not anymore. Watch.
Presidents Ronald Reagan and FDR represented different parties, but both recognized that government safety nets could suffocate our free market if they grew too big. In a State of the Union address in 1935, FDR said, quote, "Continued dependence upon relief induces a spiritual and moral disintegration, fundamentally destructive to the national fiber." Ronald Reagan put it more simply.
Government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Since then, government has grown far bigger than either could have imagined. But American socialists insist that government's not big enough. They suggest that all our needs, including food, housing, and health care, are a national right. The socialist who wants to be the next mayor of New York has even suggested a government takeover of private housing.
We'll have to go beyond the market. We won't decommodify housing overnight, but we know what we have to do.
Decommodify is Marxist newspeak for removing the tradable value of an asset. But do American homeowners really want to see their single most important asset lose its value? As for public housing, whether in the South Bronx or Chicago, most of those experiments have ended as filthy, crime-ridden failures. Socialized medicine isn't much different. Even Bernie Sanders now admits that Obamacare hasn't fixed health care.
Remember, right now, our healthcare system is broken.
Ronald Reagan would remind Bernie that Obamacare and fully socialized healthcare systems are broken because there's too much government, not too little. Both major political parties used to agree that what made this country the most prosperous in the world was our free market, not socialism.
Mamdani's talk, the way he speaks, is filled with this Marxist jargon. Of course, he's got that smile, and he doesn't call it Marxism, but that's exactly what decommodify means in terms of housing. New York City relies on tax revenue from housing, from property taxes, more than any other particular tax that we get. If in fact that revenue goes away, this city's going to go broke in no time flat, in a New York minute, as we like to say.
But does he control the taxes anyway?
No, but he has a lot of friends. The folks in Albany are watching very closely because the left-wing forces in the city are also reflective of what's happening in Albany, the capital of New York. So you see what is happening here, spreading there. if he is successful, or at least gets a lot of good publicity the first year, which he probably will from the New York Times, et cetera. They're against him now.
Yeah.
It's kind of, but they're going to, I suspect they're going to change, and his smile is going to win them out until the payments come due, and then the whole city's going to go down.
It will, and the president is not going to be a friend in the Oval Office. He's made that
That's
clear.
right.
Because it feels like it's throwing money out the window if you give it to him. All right, David, great series. I'm learning a lot.
Thanks for giving me the time.
Decommodify. That's a new word.
Decommodify.
That's
you
my
can
word
find
of
it
the
in
day.
a Marxist lexicon.
Yes, that's my problem. I don't have a Marxist lexicon.
I'll get you one for Christmas.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.